Journals through history. Ancient China. Throughout history, ancient China has been home to some of the world's most profound intellectual, scientific, and philosophical advancements. The written word played a crucial role in preserving knowledge, and journals were an essential medium for scholars, officials, and emperors to document events, philosophies, and discoveries. 1. The origins of record-keeping in ancient China. The earliest forms of written records in China date back to the Shang dynasty, 1600 to 1046 BCE, when inscriptions were carved onto oracle bones and bronze vessels. These records, primarily used for divination, documented royal decrees, battles, and religious practices. Over time, more sophisticated forms of writing developed, leading to the emergence of bamboo and silk scrolls as primary materials for recording information. 2. Imperial records and court journals. During the Zhou dynasty, 1046 to 256 BCE, the need for detailed records grew, and official court journals were maintained to document the emperor's decisions, military campaigns, and diplomatic interactions. The Spring and Autumn Annals, Chuanqiu, attributed to Confucius, is one of the oldest historical chronicles, covering events from 722 to 481 BCE. By the Han dynasty, 206 BCE, 220 CE, the establishment of the imperial archives ensured that governmental policies, census records, and taxation systems were meticulously recorded. Scholars and officials used these archives to advise emperors and ensure historical continuity. 3. Scientific and medical journals. Ancient China made groundbreaking contributions to science and medicine, often recorded in detailed journals. One of the most famous works is the Huangdi Neijing, Yellow Emperor's Inner Canon, a foundational text in traditional Chinese medicine (TCM), written around 200 BCE. Physicians meticulously documented diseases, treatments, and herbal remedies in medical journals, influencing centuries of medical practice. 4. Philosophical writings and personal journals. Great Chinese philosophers like Confucius, Laozi, and Mozi recorded their teachings in journals, which later became foundational texts of Confucianism, Taoism, and Moism. The Analects of Confucius, Luan Yu, preserved his conversations and insights, shaping Chinese governance and ethics for millennia. Scholars also kept personal diaries reflecting on nature, morality, and daily life. 5. The Tang and Song dynasties. The Golden Age of Literature. The Tang, 618 to 907 CE, and Song, 960 to 1279 CE, dynasties saw the flourishing of literature, poetry, and encyclopedic journals. The Ziji Tongjian, Comprehensive Mirror for Aid in Government, compiled by Sima Guang in 1084 CE, was an extensive historical journal covering 1,362 years of Chinese history, providing guidance for rulers. Scholars and poets, such as Li Bai and Su Shi, maintained poetic journals, blending history, philosophy, and personal reflection, offering invaluable insights into ancient Chinese culture. 6. Printing and the spread of journals. With the invention of woodblock printing in the Tang dynasty and movable type printing in the Song dynasty, journals became more accessible to scholars and officials. Records of astronomy, agriculture, and state policies were widely distributed, fostering intellectual growth and governance improvements. 7. The legacy of ancient Chinese journals. The meticulous documentation of history, science, and philosophy in ancient Chinese journals influenced generations of scholars and historians. These records not only preserved knowledge but also shaped China's governance, medicine, and culture for centuries. Today, the legacy of ancient Chinese journals remains an invaluable treasure, offering a window into the minds of some of the greatest thinkers, strategists, and rulers of one of the world's oldest civilizations. Would you like to explore a specific aspect of ancient Chinese journals in more depth? If you like this channel, please like and share and subscribe. Thank you. The origins of record-keeping in ancient China. The history of record-keeping in ancient China dates back thousands of years, beginning with oracle bone inscriptions and evolving into sophisticated writing systems used for governance, history, science, and philosophy. The meticulous documentation of events played a crucial role in shaping Chinese civilization. Oracle bones. The earliest written records, circa 1600 to 1046 BCE. During the Shang dynasty, 1600 to 1046 BCE, one of the earliest known forms of Chinese writing appeared on oracle bones, tortoise shells and ox bones used for divination. These inscriptions recorded questions asked by the Shang kings to their ancestors and deities, covering topics like warfare and military strategies, agricultural predictions and harvest outcomes, royal family matters and governance, religious rituals and omens. These inscriptions represent the earliest form of Chinese characters and laid the foundation for written documentation in China. Bronze inscriptions and government records. c. 1046 to 256 BCE. During the Zhou dynasty, 1046 to 256 BCE, writing advanced beyond oracle bones to bronze inscriptions, which were cast onto ritual vessels and weapons. These inscriptions were used to commemorate victories and royal decrees, record noble titles and land grants, preserve religious and ceremonial practices. Alongside bronze inscriptions, early forms of official records emerged, as government scribes began documenting administrative matters, taxation, and laws. The emergence of bamboo and silk scrolls. As writing materials evolved, ancient Chinese scribes began using bamboo slips and silk scrolls as early books and record-keeping tools. Bamboo slips were tied together with strings and used for military strategies, legal codes, and philosophical texts. Silk scrolls became popular among scholars and nobility, as they were easier to write on and transport. The famous Spring and Autumn Annals, Chuanqiu, a historical chronicle attributed to Confucius, was recorded on bamboo slips during the 5th century BCE, setting a precedent for written history in China. Standardization of writing. The Qin dynasty, 221 to 206 BCE. The unification of China under Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of the Qin dynasty, marked a significant milestone in record-keeping. The emperor standardized Chinese script, making records more uniform and accessible. Established a centralized system of imperial archives, where officials kept detailed records of taxation, military campaigns, and laws. Ordered the burning of non-government-approved texts, to control historical narratives and political thought. Legacy of early record-keeping. The early methods of documentation in China laid the groundwork for later historical records, literature, and scientific texts. From oracle bones to silk scrolls, these records preserve the culture, governance, and beliefs of one of the world's oldest civilizations, influencing Chinese history for thousands of years. Would you like to explore any specific aspect in more depth, such as ancient Chinese writing systems or notable historical texts?